So I film my lessons every day, sometimes a few times a day, and I just have it set up in my classroom. It's just there. It took a little bit of time for my students at the beginning to sort of get used to what's this setup, what's going on, but now it's just part of the room. It's there. I'll edit the videos each week, and there's a couple that go up every day so that it's sort of spaced out. To encourage people toward thinking about mathematics teaching, I think about a couple of things. Number one, our society, it just relies so much, every aspect of our society relies on things that are mathematical in nature, even when you wouldn't think that they're mathematical. I mean, there's the obvious things which are numerical, like when you see statistics in the news and you think, oh, what does that really mean? But in addition to that, I just think mathematics is so fascinating when you really understand it. When you think about, okay, I want to think about how to tie my shoelaces. That's like a simple problem that you'd understand. It doesn't seem like there's any maths involved in that, but actually when you think about all the different ways that you could combine these strings and the length of string, and whole fields of mathematics get developed out of things like that. And they don't seem like they're going anywhere, but that's how we understand DNA, because DNA are all these knotted up, twisted up little strings, basically. And so to understand something like that, to understand that, hey, there's mathematics that can be beautiful and elegant, just like a symphony, to know that that's out there and that students don't get to experience it is really sad. It's a little bit as though if students had to learn about music theory but never got to touch an instrument or never got to hear Beethoven or enjoy a pop song. I really feel as though it's the responsibility of mathematics teachers to help students see, to open students' eyes to how majestic and insightful and powerful mathematics can be. And we're not going to get there without some really, really fantastic teachers. I think teaching at all levels is all about relationship. I kind of remember being taught that relationship is the medium for learning. If you don't have a relationship with your teacher, it's really hard to really work together with them to understand really hard concepts and wrap your head around really difficult skills. And so I took that attitude into the classroom, that it's all about the relationship that you form with your students, and I've kind of taken a similar approach to being a head teacher and forming a team and making it coherent. I think that the relationships between the staff are key. I think that if you've got strong relationships, a faculty really flies and it experiments and it takes risks and it really pushes the boundaries of what's possible and what can be done. For anyone who's considering teaching, and especially teaching mathematics, there are few professions out there, I think, that are as purposeful as teaching. That when I walk into school, the purpose for why I come and do my job is sitting in front of me every single day, and it's looking back at me expecting, where are we going to go today, sir? And what are we going to see and what are we going to discover? And how are we going to grow as people and expand our minds? That's the reason why I come to work every day. That purpose is so clear. I really believe in public education because I think that, number one, every student deserves, without having to necessarily be able to cover the costs of it, every student deserves to be able to have an environment that they can walk into where they don't need to be worrying about where they need to get their next meal or their next, support for home, all those kinds of things. They've got people who care for them, people who are going to help them learn, people who are going to help them grow as human beings and develop and mature in character. And I think that every student, every child deserves a place like that they can come to. I think that as a teacher, my whole role is to help students understand, okay, you're here in this world, you have so much to learn. You have so much to learn about this big wide world. You need help to do it. And so for me, I love to be able to reach out to every child in this community, to be able to say, to every student, as you look down the street and you see all these houses and the students all live just nearby, to say, yeah, I serve this community. Like, I have a really important role in making sure that this community is strong, that it's full of really responsible and educated citizens. And I play a pivotal role in that, and that's what public education means for me.